Is Punishing Gray Raven worth getting into in 2025? Let's talk about it. So Punishing Gray Raven came out in 2019, actually, by Kuro Games. Kuro Games also recently released Wuthering Waves about a year ago. So Wuthering Waves had a massive level of success. Punishing Gray Raven was the game before Wuthering Waves, and this is how they got the attention and the funding to actually make the game Wuthering Waves. Why would you want to play this game? Why would you want to play Punishing Gray Raven? So one of the reasons I play Punishing Gray Raven is the soundtrack is just crazy good, and the boss fights are super flashy and fun. And those are like the two main reasons why I play the game. Also, bonus points, they are going to have a Devil May Cry collaboration, so Punishing Gray Raven, Devil May Cry. So Punishing Gray Raven is going to have a collaboration event with Devil May Cry. They're going to introduce the characters Dante and Virgil into the game within a few months. And both characters are going to be free for anyone that is playing during that time to pick up the characters. Now the Devil May Cry collab will definitely bring some players that aren't fans of PGR or don't even know what Punishing Gray Raven is to actually check out the game. Alright, so I told you the reasons why I play the game. It's for the music, the original soundtrack for the game, and for the boss fights in the game. But what about the story? The game does have a story, but most of the story is told through a visual novel style. It is unvoiced, it has so much dialogue, so if you like to read a bunch of lore tidbits that has been in the making for like 6 years, then go for it. But when they're telling the story, they don't have super high quality cutscenes. It's not voiced. There's a bunch of crazy characters in there. There's a bunch of crazy storylines in there. And whenever they introduce new characters, they add another section of visual novel for that character that they just added to the game. So the game is free on PC and phone. It does have a gacha system inside of it to actually incentivize spending, but the game is pretty generous with its currency that it gives out. And the game heavily incentivizes you to log in daily and weekly to actually claim more rewards to level up your account and to play the game at the highest level of all the challenges they have set in place for endgame players. Now, because this is a gacha game, it is not expected to be able to get every single thing inside of the game if you don't spend money on it. But because the game is 6 years old and they're doing a merge patch at the moment, and they're doing a collab event, they're giving away a lot of free stuff that you can totally enjoy this game for free. It is very, very possible to enjoy this game for free, and the combat systems that it has to offer. The unique boss fights, the events, the story, if you want to read the entire story, because there is a lot of story. Trust me, there is a lot of story in this game. While the game definitely isn't for everyone, it can at times feel very grindy and feel like a chore, but it will incentivize you to log in daily, weekly, and perform in-game actions to actually get as much materials as you can to level up your account and obtain new characters for your account to play with. This was just to tell people why I play the game and why they may enjoy the game. If you like nice music, if you like crazy boss fights, if you want to see a crazy visual novel storyline that is just massive, by the way, the storyline is huge. And because it's free, if you get into the game, you decide you don't like it, you didn't spend any money on it. You can uninstall it, you can get rid of it, you can completely forget about it, or you can just watch people on YouTube to see what's going on with the Punishing Gray Raven. Anyway, that's all for me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, sub, comments, whatever. I wasn't planning on doing a full deep dive into this game because there is a ton of stuff to cover. It can be very confusing, but there are other creators and channels that specifically focus on this game. So I suggest checking them out if you want deeper guides, more information about the game going forward. Alright, that's all for me. Peace out. See you later.